Meanwhile, at the Grandview High School in the dining area, Melissa's sitting in the booth eating lunch. Till Sheldon came and sat at the booth where Melissa is, and she saw, "Good morning. We need to talk about what happened last night." "There's nothing to talk about. You can't just kiss me and then leave me in a mystery guest." "Look, I guess I was in the moment. I'm not a fool, Melissa, nor am I stupid. I can see quite clear the games you're trying to play, and I'm the one who won't be a part of it." Meanwhile, in the hallway, Max is putting books in his locker. And as he closed the door and turned and saw Vanessa there. "Nessa?" "Yeah, I need a favor." "Sure, what's up?" "How do you feel about being my boyfriend if I pay you?" "You do know we used to be together, even though it was for a week. And also, as nice as that sounds, I got a lot going on right now." "Oh my God, I can't believe I was so insensitive to ask you that. I forgot about your mom. I'm so sorry about that. Forget about the offer. Perhaps I can take that offer." And as Bobby came to where they are, and Vanessa and Max saw him. Meanwhile, let's get to Lauren, who walked past them all together, and as she heads to the courtyard to where Heather and Tyler is, and arrived, and they saw her. "I've spoken to Mr. Walters, and he said not let small matters get to me, because I have you and Alex, not to mention my brother who's in the hospital, and that's all the family I need." I couldn't agree more. "Which is why I was thinking maybe we should have a special Thanksgiving." "That is a great idea. One of these days, our parents will come around." "Yes, and until then, I think we all should continue to experience life as we know by living it up." I couldn't agree more. And as Daniel came to where they are, and they all saw him. Meanwhile, in the classroom, Adam's sitting at the desk thinking. And as he has a flashback of the vision of the lovemaking as he saw. And as the flashback ended, just as Nate came in and sat by Adam and saw what he's doing. You look like you're lost in another world." And as Adam saw Nate. "Yeah, I guess one can say that. How's your marriage come along with Melissa? If you're wondering if Tracy managed to text our next assignment, speaking of which, you were at Holden's party around Labor Day, right?" "No, I wasn't invited at all. You're looking more answers and effort to see Tracy. It's more than that, mate. I just don't trust her at all." Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Carly's ringing up an order on the lower POS. Till Ethan came to where Carly is. "Hey, Carly." And as Carly turned and saw him, "What are you doing here? Other than trying to, I miss you as well. Look, I know you're busy with work, but I just want to let you know that I'm gonna be moving here." "Kristen." And as Kristen came to where they are. "What is it? Can you cover for me for a minute?" "Sure." And as Carly led Ethan to one of the tables in her section and arrived, and as they hug each other and pulled back and went and sat down and faced each other. "When my family and I left New York, I made it quite clear of where we stand far as in our relationship. Well, far as I'm concerned, we still have a chance now that that family is not gonna be here." Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Company in the recording studio where Meredith is reviewing her lyrics, till Crystal came in and saw what Meredith's doing. "Well, I see you gearing up for our first recording session." And as Meredith saw Crystal, who said something wrong. "Why do I get the feeling I'm gonna regret asking this? Because you got that look on your face saying that you're not happy. I'm glad you can see that. Tell me something. When the hell were you gonna tell us about you chucking Faith out of the group?" "I didn't at all." "Really?" And as Abby, Lucas, and Oliver came to where they are. "I kinda doubt that. And why is that? Because Faith informed us of your plan, seeing that you came back all of a sudden, assuming you heard what happened. You lot seem to forget that my father sponsored this group in securing our record deal for the matter. And based on that, I'm the original member who calls all wrong. You don't get to call the shots because you're not the leader. This is a team effort, and we have no say of what you did. Wow. You done? If you truly feel that way, well, let me make it easy for you lot. You all are fired. Meanwhile, at the Grandview High School in the dining area, Melissa and Sheldon are talking. If you're referring to us kissing, can you quiet down? I don't want the whole school to know why. It'll ruin you and Molly, who happens I haven't forgotten what she did. What's going on with you, Melissa? This isn't like you at all. Then what is? Look, I'm sorry to drop this on you, but the fact of the matter is, we've been together most of our lives since grade school, and I wasn't ready to give that up. Well, you have to, and besides, I don't want to witness another feud between you and Molly. Meanwhile, in the hallway, Vanessa and Max are surprised by Bobby's arrival. Bobby, this doesn't concern you. It does now. As much as I want to stay and chat, I have stuff to do. Yeah, you go do that. Mate, just let him go. I'll deal with him. And as Max went and walk away, while Vanessa is facing Bobby. You must really be desperate to take an offer like that from the likes of me. Not if it means you being Jeff, who you haven't broke up. Yeah, I'm not stupid and not a fool. There's eyes around. And also, just think, with you and I together, Tracy will buy us being a couple. I get it. But if you honestly think you can tap all this, then you got another thing coming. Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Lauren, Daniel, Heather, and Tyler are talking. I think we should take the time to enjoy what's left of our senior year. Why don't we go to Disneyland for a day? To relax and unwind. To get ready for our auditions. Yeah, if we only can afford that. Actually, we can. What's wrong being here, you guys? I mean, there's more than enough places we can go to and live it up. We don't have to go all the way to Anaheim. I mean, take the beaches. We have Manhattan Beach, Santa Monica, Venice. Well, preferring the Pacific Palisades in Malibu, we get what you mean. And it does sound good. I could really use a holiday from all this madness. Then while we're talking about it, when we should go to the beach and discuss our Thanksgiving dinner. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's go. Cause I'm really bored here. Besides, nobody's gonna notice that we're gone. Good call. Let's go. And as they turn and head out of the courtyard. But Tracy came and blocked them just as they begin to leave. Sorry to cut some of the plans, but I'm afraid you lot aren't going anywhere. Meanwhile, in the classroom, Adam and Nate are talking. I really don't blame you, mate. Tracy's been determined to ruin people's lives. What I'm thinking is, my marriage arrangement was just a way to keep Samuel's family in line. And as Alice came in and heads where they are, and they both saw her. I didn't mean to interrupt you two. I need your help. Well, the both of you. What can we do? Prove that Molly is nothing but a fraud in Sheldon's eyes. Alice, we were all there when it was revealed that Molly was pregnant. One I don't buy at all. Look, I don't give a damn what a test says. It can be easily manipulated. She's obviously using this information to have Sheldon to herself, just like she did to your wife. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go find her right now. And as Adam got up and turned and went and left the classroom, with Alice went and sat in Adam's place, facing Nate. Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Carly and Ethan are talking. Ethan, even if we did look, I know you're scared. It's more than that. When we broke up, it was to protect you. I didn't want you to be in harm's way of you getting sick. And how many times I have to say this? I don't give a damn. I love you more than anything in this world, and I'm not afraid of that family. I was only protecting you from that son of a bitch who raped you and your sister. Yeah, and look what came as a result of that. Danger that surrounds us. Look, what we shared was amazing. But that hater's family really has out for me because of what I did. That was self-defense. Are you kidding me? I killed a man, which doesn't justify what I did, despite what he did to me and my sisters, and we're all covering it up. Only thing is, they know everything. If you ask me, that son of a bitch got exactly what he deserved. Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Company in the recording studio, Crystal, Meredith, Abby, Faith, Lucas, and Oliver are talking. Are you for real? You better be messing with us because you cannot kick us out of the group. Really? Because it seems I just did. You really are smart ass. No, a vindictive little cow. Shut up. Look, we all signed a contract with Rich and Samuel. One we cannot reach in any way. I don't give a damn about little small personal matters. Well, I can change that. Speaking of which, I owe you a favor, and this Crystal came to Faith is, and slap her. Whoa, what the hell was that for? Back off. You just sealed your fate as you know it. And as Faith got her iPhone up and began dial 911, but Crystal knocked the phone from her hands. What the hell was your problem? You spreading lies about me when I say I kick you out because we both know that's not true. Who are you fooling, Crystal? You know damn well it's true. We both heard you when we came earlier yesterday. So tell us this, Crystal. What exactly is your deal? You know what? I'm not doing this right now. And as Crystal head up, but Faith grabbed her arm, and as she turned and faced her, you're not going anywhere to resolve this matter once and for all. Meanwhile, at the Grandview High School in the dining area, Melissa and Sheldon are talking. You know, it really doesn't matter at this point since basically she has what she wants, which is you. Look, the only reason to why I'm with Molly is because she's gonna have your baby. Yes, I know that. Tell me something. If you felt so strong about me, then why'd I marry Adam to protect your father? Or haven't you forgotten for the matter? He was gonna be sent down for a crime he didn't do. Do you even love the guy? Of course I love him. He's my husband, and in time, I will love him more. Yeah, till that happens, I think it's best that we stay away from each other for quite a while. I want you to get to know your husband without any interference. And as Sheldon got up and turned and walked away, just as Adam came to her table and sat down, and she saw him. Hey, I missed you this morning. I had something I need to take care of, but more importantly, I think you and I need to talk. Meanwhile, in the hallway, Vanessa and Bobby are talking. We'll discuss matters of us being a little exclusive later, but look, the only reason to why we're a couple is to show Tracy that I've moved on, and that what? That Jeff can be in the big leagues in sports? Why you have so much hatred against the guy? Weren't you two best mates? Yeah, we still are best mates. Doesn't seem like it to me, since you're turning on him. I know the full story. Look, I don't want to rehash that right now. Clearly, you don't know what's been happening. Oh, I do. You're on the football team, no thanks to your mates, being the equipment manager, and also, you're on the basketball team, on standby, which means nothing. And thanks to me, more importantly, you could be with Jeff, but we're gonna have to make it official that we're together. Really? You want us to make out in the hallway where everyone can see us? Yeah, that's kind of the idea of being exclusive. Plus, it'll convince Tracy that you and I are together. Meanwhile, in the classroom, Lauren, Daniel, Heather, and Tyler all walked in, with Tracy, who soon came in and closed the door. And as they all faced her, first of all, who the hell are you? I'm the one who's gonna be saving your asses from getting in trouble. What do you want with us? I have a way to find your parents. Look, Tracy, no offense, but Lauren and I don't need anyone in our personal family life. It's family business only. Seems you both do. Heather, Daniel, can you give us a minute? No, Daniel, don't you leave us with this twisted cow. You don't have to worry about that because I'm not going anywhere. Neither is me. How cute and loyal of you two. No matter. Perhaps the two of you lot don't give a damn whether they're dead or alive. Do one now. And as Lauren came to where Tracy is, or I will end you myself. Fine. Lucky for you, I have other matters to take care of. Excuse me. And if you lot do go off campus, it will be on you. And as Tracy went and left the room, just as Tyler came to where Lauren is. Don't let her get to you in any way. Our parents will be found. And as Lauren turned and faced Tyler, I don't like when people talk about our parents like that, even though they walked out on us. I get it, but we gotta keep our cool here. If we let Tracy get us kicking off, then she wins. Meanwhile, in another classroom, Alice and Nate are talking. By the way, I want to thank you for having me meet Shelton. You really think Molly would deceive Shelton? Yes, I do. Not to mention she has several people that can change the results. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna look into it myself. No, Nate. You really don't have to do nothing. What do you mean by that? Well, if Molly says she's pregnant like she says, we're all gonna find out in the end. Should I even ask what the hell you're up to? Trust me, it will become clear soon. Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Carly and Ethan are talking. Look, the fact of the matter is, I'm taking a long break from dating. Take as much as you need, and know that I'm always gonna be wrong when you need me. Thank you. Also, while we're at it, I want you to start dating other girls. Look, Carly, we've been through this before, I know. I just don't like seeing you alone at all. That's how much I love you, Carly. You know I'll wait to the end of time for you and I to be together. I love you, and I love you always, and I want you to be with me, but I'll wait as long as I have to. And as Ethan got up and went and left the pub, just as Carly also got up and head to the bar area where Kristen is. What is it? You remember that person who walked out of here, right? Yeah, the man that happens to be your ex. You still care about him, do you? Meanwhile, at the Edrupt Company in the recording studio, Crystal, Meredith, Abby, Faith, Lucas, and Oliver are talking, while Faith still got Crystal by the arm, which she pulled off. Get your hands off me! You do realize we can sue you for wrong. It will never stick out, trust me. I have enough money to overrule all the stops you lot can throw at me. I guess we'll find out now, won't we? And it's Meredith, Abby, Lucas, Faith, and Oliver turn and head to the door. Wait! And as they stop and turn around and face Crystal. What is it now? Thing is, I'm sorry for being such a controlled cow. I guess when it comes to career, I always thought I'd be the leader to make all the choices for the group. Clearly, you've been spoiled enough to assume that, but overall, it's not gonna work. Just stop wasting our time, Crystal. This lawsuit will come into play. Please excuse us. And as they all continue leaving the room, just as Slater came in and Crystal saw. What is it? I think we may have a major problem on our hands.